Welcome to Unveiling Visitants, an episodic series with and as a result of survivor angels. Join psychic medium Sarah Lemos and myself, Chaplain Jodi, as we examine, listen, debate, and converse about evidence to determine if the visitants are spirit or angel. All right, Sarah, we've got another one.
All right. Well, what's this about?
So
What's this one about?
you've looked at it, and we're
Yes,
putting
I've
it
seen
up
a
on the
picture.
screen here. We're putting it up on the screen. These are two FLIR photos that were taken. And so, Sarah, you know nothing. You don't know the background on the location or who took this or anything. So let's start with what is your take?
Well, it was really interesting when I fell into the photo. That's the best way to explain it. When I go in and I see something and I just fall in, I try to gather as much information as I can. What do I feel? What do I see? And again, as a medium, I'm going in, is this a spirit? Could this be a spirit? Could this be, that's my job, right? Well, when I connected, the first energy I felt was feminine. So this was very different for me than the last one. It felt very feminine. And I almost felt like I was taking care of small children or there was small children missing. So I don't know which it is, but for me, I felt there was a feminine presence and there's an importance of overseeing children or protecting children or keeping an eye on children, something like that. It felt really strong. And then again, it was very interesting because then I looked at that main FLIR, as you call it. And I was like, yeah, I'm feeling feminine energy here. I'm feeling some sort of feminine presence. So what's the story behind it?
All right. From the person who sent it to me, this is
Yes.
what she said.
Okay.
The FLIR picture was taken outside of a business we investigated. The claims were that the building and grounds were haunted. I was outside around the back of the building when I heard gravel crunching behind me. Turning around, thinking someone else had come out, I found no one there. So I snapped off a couple of photos. As you can see, it was moving towards the building, and the
Mhm.
figure in the pictures were almost a full degree lower in temperature than the outside temp. Okay. Now, that being said, when we went back to the business the second time to go over evidence and do one more investigation, I went up to the attic of the building with another investigator and the reporting party. There were no windows, and we sat in total darkness. The lady who had contacted us sat in front of me about 4 feet ahead of me. None of us brought a flashlight. The reporting party started to feel sick and started having an anxiety attack, or at least that's what they think. I could feel her shaking through the floorboards. So I told her I was going to make my way to her and take her back down with the rest of the group. After getting her down, I headed back up. I told the other investigator I believed whatever was there was bad, secondary to the reporting party's sudden illness. So we asked, in the name of God, what do you want? No answer. Then we said, in the name of Jesus, you are not welcome here and you need to leave these premises. All of a sudden, a bright, large ball of light shot from one side of the room to the other. However, it did not illuminate anything. We both sat quiet for a few moments. Then he asked if I had seen that. I said, well, tell me what you saw. And he said, that huge white ball. And I told him, yes, I had seen it as well. That was the only thing that happened that night. And she said, when trying to research it, she said, I came across angel lights.
Okay.
And so she said, this bright ball of light, they experienced when they were upstairs, she believes is probably connected to what they saw outside, which is the FLIR pictures.
Okay.
Although she can't say for sure, but she thinks angel. Although she thinks fallen angel.
Really?
I'm surprised in a bright white that she thinks that.
Yeah. That's really interesting. I don't get any negative sense to it at all. And the energy that I felt was, like I said, it nurturing, feminine, nurturing. Cares about people, cares about children. Not sure why that would be in a business unless it was connected to the people that maybe were there. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that it was protecting someone maybe that
Mhm.
was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I've never associated a change in temperatures with angels, except that I know that when Michael is around, you will get warm fuzzies with Michael,
Yeah.
but
Big
you
time.
don't get a drop.
Yeah.
He's more like you get all nice and cozy warm. Um, I've heard that you can get a drop in temperature with angels. I've never experienced a drop. Have
Either have
you?
I. I've only experienced warmth. When they're close, I feel their warmth. I get teary-eyed, I get very emotional. It's interesting with this picture. I don't really pick up like I'm not getting over emotional. I just feel like there's a feminine presence and that she may be protective of children. That's interesting that she felt like it was a fallen angel, because I'm not picking up anything like that.
Right. And I can check back with her and everything. And of course, we can report back to people, on some of these things too in
Yeah.
an episode. But maybe they just sort of felt that way um, because everything that happened was sort of not expected. Although when you're investigating, you learn to expect the unexpected. And maybe it was just sort of that sudden burst of light and everything that gave her that feeling.
We need to pause unveiling visitants for just a moment as we are having technical difficulties. We will resume shortly. Thank you for your patience.
Okay. I've been running so the internet cable is like all the way at the end of the house. So I get up, I run, unplug it, plug it back in, run all the way here. It's just like, and then my cell phone's not working. I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy.
I said there are forces that are trying to stop us from doing this.
Yeah, it's not going to
I've had
happen.
this a few other times too, and it's just like, wait.
Yeah, away with you. We are doing this.
We need to pause unveiling visitants for just a moment as we are having technical difficulties. We will resume
If you
shortly.
do any investigation at all, you come to expect the unexpected.
You do. But it still startles us. Even those that are, I'm a trained psychic medium. If I see something come through the wall, my first response is, ah, it's not, oh, it's like, oh, it startles you. So I think sometimes when we're startled too, or we feel that discontent or we don't feel good, immediately we say bad. So it's because of how I feel. And we should trust that. I'm not saying that we shouldn't trust that. But I think sometimes we get startled or we get scared. And so it's bad.
Absolutely. So I think, are we both saying that this one is not angel, it's probably spirit?
Feels like it's a spirit to me.
Okay, we're in agreement. That's one that we agree on.
All right.
So, and that's good.
Yeah.
So until next time, thank you
Yes.
very much, my dear Sarah.
You are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Unveiling Visitants, an episodic series within and as a result of survivor angels. If you would like us to examine your evidence for spirit or angel, send to unveiling.visitants@gmail.com. Please note we will not be able to respond to all evidence submitted.